What is going on, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love? Astro Fenixx here, flying into the moment yet again and radiating love as always. Beautiful people that follow mystical illuminations. I haven't made a video in a while actually. It's no secret that I've been MIA. When Mystical Illuminations first launched, I was making videos pretty much every day. And then it slowed down, and lately I have not been doing much. And I'm going to be just straight up honest with you guys on why that is. I have been experiencing increased anxiety. I actually am diagnosed with general anxiety disorder. And I also experience panic attacks. And I'm going to be talking more about mental health in general on this channel and my personal channel. But when you experience it, and now everyone experiences anxiety, right? But when you have a sort of disorder, as they will call it, which is, I think it's also this whole thing where we're not really well equipped, at least in today's world, to, deal with a lot of these emotions and these things that we're going through. Our human bodies right now, as they were created, our brains, they're still in many ways kind of fine-tuned to how they've always been, hundreds of thousands of years ago. So now that we live in a society that's relatively safe, our brain has to come up with ways of finding danger and predators. So there are the moments where my anxiety will spike and there doesn't seem to be anything wrong or that's going to harm me or dangerous and stuff like that. But when you get into a moment where you're experiencing anxiety frequently, many things can just sort of set and trigger you. So you begin to tread cautiously, as if you're walking through a minefield. Now, I'm not the kind of person that's gonna be like, I'm not the kind of person that, how should I say this? I don't really allow people to trigger me that much, honestly. I'm not just throwing mines around myself, trying to protect myself from people, from different ideas, from different thoughts, from different emotions. It's not so much that. But what will happen is that sometimes I will back myself into a corner and I feel like I can't move. I get paralyzed. It's a scary feeling if you've ever dealt with anxiety and panic attacks, right? It's a very scary thing. It's like someone's popping off some fireworks. But here's the thing. One thing that my anxiety has taught me, and what this whole experience has taught me, and I've been experiencing this since 2017. So one thing that it has taught me though is just how much resolve I actually have and how much strength I actually do have. Some of you all may also have anxiety or maybe have panic attacks or dealing with some type of mental issue. And let me be the first to tell you that it sucks, because it begins to rob you of your happiness. It'll rob you of meaningful connections to other people. It'll rob you of the things that used to give you joy. It's even tried to rob me of exercising. I've gotten anxious while exercising. I've gotten anxious while writing. I've gotten anxious while making videos. And when these things happen, naturally, there's a part of me that wants to protect me and not go into those things. So then I find myself sinking deeper and deeper and deeper into the state where I don't really feel like doing much. And it sucks. But what sucks even more is not living up to my potential. There is a legacy that only you can accomplish, beloved. One of the things that my dad used to say is that, like, if you ever had like a creative idea and you don't act on it immediately, that it'll pass over you. Spirit will pass that over to you and it'll go to the next person. And in many ways that is true. A lot of times we may find ourselves saying like, oh, if I had written that book 5 years ago, that other person wouldn't have turned it into a movie because your idea was very similar. But while that is true, there is also certain things that only you can do, beloved. There is a certain legacy that only you can create. And in many ways, it is incumbent upon you to create that legacy. Now, legacy sounds like such a big word. You know, it sounds like such a legendary word, a magnificent word. Something, you know, that's going to make you super popular, super rich, or whatever have you. But it really doesn't necessarily have to be that way. It is really just you expressing your true self. That's really what it comes down to. And I know for me, I have been sitting on the sidelines for too long because of a fear, I guess, that I have. Some fear that's been holding me back and not allowing me to really express myself. There are moments where I will watch motivational or inspirational stuff, or I'll try and think my way through it, and really that's not been working either. It helps, it's nice, it's cute. I think it's great to look at inspirational videos, motivational videos. I think it's good to read inspirational books and gain that knowledge, but it really comes down to action, like me making this video, me being honest and upfront with you guys about what I've been going through. Now, I will say lately, I haven't had a panic attack in probably about a week or so, probably a little bit longer than a week, which is awesome for me, considering the fact that the last month and a half, it was at least once a week, sometimes twice, you know, and the fact that I've been able to go about a week or so, maybe even 2 weeks, it feels like, without a panic attack, for me, is pretty much a miracle, considering where I was. But I'm not going to let it stop me. So even if this is the only video, I just saw a cardinal, even if this is the only video I make this week, I will come back next week. Although this won't be the only video I make this week. You can count on that for sure. You know, I'm not asking for like some mosquito that was on me, you know. I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this, honestly. This might just get uploaded on my personal channel, because right now I'm just rambling. I guess what I'm trying to say is that even if you are scared to move, even if you are scared to act, even if anxiety grips you, even if depression may grip you, even if uncertainty grips you, in order to make a real change in your life, in order to be somewhere where you've never been before, you got to do something that you've never done before. And you have to move. You have to take that next step. It's as simple as that. And it may not be easy. And I find that as you move, as you continue to take action, that's where you find your true motivation. That's where you find your true inspiration. It's not enough just to watch the content. It's not enough just to think about it. You can't really think your way through it. You have to simply do it. And I'm telling you guys this because I desperately need to tell myself this. I love making videos. I love writing. I love all these things, you know. These hobbies that I have. I love them. And they have been slowly being robbed from me because of some type of fear. And you know, there have been moments where I'm like, maybe I should just take a break in general, and I guess I kind of did, but I'm tired of allowing the fear to take over and being afraid, essentially, because I know that there's so much more. I know that I'm worth so much more, just as you are, beloved. And don't get it twisted, I am a psychic astrologer, right? I am good at what I do, and I will toot my own horn on that. But even the greatest superheroes, and even the greatest athletes, and even the most influential people in this world, even these people are occasionally gripped by uncertainty and fear. But they continue to move forward, and they continue to cement their legacy. So that's what I'm going to start doing now. Because my legacy is mine alone. Your legacy is yours alone. To create, to grow, to foster, and to share with the world. Because the world needs you, beloved, and I need you too. Peace.